Hey everybody, it's Michelle here, and I am a little late, but girls gotta get some makeup on for a live video, right? Well, sometimes. I want to go live today because I have a little favor to ask of everybody, and I'm gonna start off with a few affirmations, which all kind of have a theme to them. So I'm just going to get into it and let people join live if you are free. If not, always do the hashtag replay so I can see that y'all are watching. Hey everybody, I see a few people have logged in. That's awesome. I'm so excited you're here. Hey Paul, thanks for saying hi. I don't know if I'm going to see everybody, but my phone sometimes. Aloha, salute. Oh, this is so cool. I love seeing comments. All right, well, I'm going to get right into the affirmations because I don't want to keep you guys too long. So the first one is I am proud of myself. And I want to be able to say this with conviction next month. I'm really going to be dedicated to my 30-day challenge next month. And that's what I'm going to ask you guys for a favor on. But let me get to affirmation number 2. Stepping out of my comfort zone is necessary for growth. And I think I've said this one before. John Loomis posted this awesome comfort zone like picture thing, like where growth happens is outside of the comfort zone. I love that. John, if you haven't posted, I actually printed this out when he posted it. Hey Martin. The next one is I am strong and powerful. And hey Larry. Oh, I love seeing comments, you guys. Seriously. Doing good. I've been sick basically all night, so the fact that I'm even here right now is kind of shocking. But I kind of pulled it together, started feeling good about a couple hours ago, and so I definitely had some stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. So I am here, but how are you, Martin? I hope I'll be able to get an answer. I love seeing comments, you guys. I do have to say that again. Last time, I promise. Okay, so I'm strong and powerful was the last one. And I think that each one of us are in our own way. I mean, I think I feel the most like right after therapy or right after exercise. I just feel like I'm like doing it, No, you're amazing, salute. Seriously, hugs. Heck yeah. So the fourth one is I'm ready to start a new chapter in my life. And I don't know that necessarily has to mean like starting over, like everything. I do these 30-day challenges and I kind of have like a reset every 30 days. I work on something, and see how my progress is and write everything down. Get some rest. Yeah, well, that's super important. Seriously, especially right after the stroke, all you want to do is sleep. Rest is so important. And, hey Cheryl, hello. How is everybody today? What's everybody been up to today? I'm kind of late in the afternoon today. So you guys probably have had a full day of activity. And now you really are ready for a rest, right, Victoria? So, let me do the last affirmation. Oh, well, let me finish the one with I will start a new chapter, or I'm ready to start a new chapter in my life. And I think you guys see Zara. And I think that we just have to decide that we are ready for something new and take the steps and get there. Like I said, every 30 days I start. Ooh, Cheryl, you gonna come to my house next, please? I hope. Yes, I start my day very early. Well, and you're on Pacific, right? Time, so that's like super early. So the fifth affirmation that I have is I'm committed to becoming my best self. And make the decision. Absolutely. You got to decide that you're ready. And so I'm committed to becoming the best self, or to becoming my best self. And I kind of made that promise to myself after my stroke I sort of have this like mantra where I'm just going to try to be the best version of myself that I can be. And I think that each one of us is doing that just by showing up the next day and doing therapy. And I know you guys saw Zara that time because she definitely just doesn't care that I'm live on camera right now and goes right in front of me. Anyway, so that was kind of a mantra that I had for myself. And some days are more successful than others at being my best self, but it's a work in progress. We are always works in progress, and we can always make strides forward. We always will take steps backwards. It's just inevitable. But the fact that you show up the next day to do it again is what is the important part. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. It just matters that you get up that last time. And Cheryl said, I feel my best at best 65, feel 30 with my brain. You feel younger with your brain? I'm 36. I'm almost 37. And I seriously feel like I'm 80 years old. I feel like I have the, but not, so the fact that you feel younger, I think that's amazing and definitely something that's exciting for you. Santiago, no, cats don't care. She doesn't care. Let's see. Salute says, be determined, never give up. Absolutely. That's like the important part, right? It doesn't matter how many times you fall. It's the fact that you got up that last time to try again. 90% of life is showing up. Absolutely. Let's see. Santiago says, the sum of all steps needs to be positive. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, steps backwards are inevitable, but the fact that the more part of, or I guess the trying to be mostly positive is the important part. Just exactly how you said it was best. The sum of the steps needs to be positive. Salute, you'll be 69 this year? Oh my gosh, I never would have guessed that, seriously. You look young. You and Tom both. Well, Tom's rocking that gray hair, which is awesome. Everybody, like, they sell dye now to actually dye your hair gray. It's kind of a cool thing now. But you definitely don't look 69. Diet helps with a young brain. Yeah, I actually have a certification where I'm gonna try to be a nutritionist, and that's something that I have heard a lot about, is that there are foods that actually like work with our brain to better the memory. And well, we all know diet helps with like the physical aspects, of course, but there's foods that help with brain power, to help with memory. And so food is definitely an important part of being young and feeling young. And Salute always has her PMA going, and that is definitely Martin's 44. Seriously, I guess I'm probably bad at guessing ages, because y'all don't look your age at all. Healthy fats are super important. Jessie says, I'm 40. Oh, hey, happy early birthday. That's exciting. I'll try to remember and post in the group on Saturday, but happy early birthday. 40 is a big one. I'm turning 37 soon, and I was just thinking to myself, well, in 3 years I'm going to be 40. Well, I don't feel 40, but that's the important part, right? My body feels 80, but my brain feels like 25. So, hey, let me just, so the reason I kind of did this Facebook Live is because this next 30 days, I really need some accountability buddies. And they're like little tactics that we can do to, help keep our promises to ourselves. And for me, I'm not the best at keeping my promise to myself. I'm better at keeping promises to other people than I am myself. And so that's what I'm asking for help with. I'm hoping that you guys will hold me accountable and help me to do my therapy next month. Now, I did it this month, but not to the standards that I want to hold myself to. And so, hey, Martin, you're my favorite comment of the day. I hope that that's true and you're not just saying that. I would love to look 18. I don't want to be 18. I want to be my age, but I want to look that. Oh, hey, Holly, I've heard about lion's mane. I know nothing about it. I think it's a tea, right?
Time for a break.
It's so, but I've heard about that. I'll have to look into it after this is over because I've definitely heard about it. But hey, comment if it is a tea, if it's what I'm thinking of. So I just wanted to tell you, so when I was first, like, out of OT, I did OT for a year, 9 years post. So I did it till I was a little less than 10 years post. And they discharged me. They said that I was doing great in therapy on my own at home and that they thought that I could make progress, and they discharged me. And like 4 months went by and I didn't touch my e-stim. I didn't open, hey, the box is right behind me. I didn't open that probably two times in 4 months. And so that's where my 30-day challenges came about. I had to challenge myself to do e-stim every day. And I did it and I saw progress. And so sometimes my ability to hold myself accountable is better than others. And this past month, like I said, I didn't hold myself to the standards that I want my therapy to be for myself and to help. And what I've seen progress doing, I know I didn't do last month. So this coming month, I want to be super focused, and accountability is my thing. And I hope that I will see everybody's post about what y'all are doing, because honestly, seeing what you guys are doing and what you're up to and the gains you're making is super inspiring. And Holly said, yes, it's a powder form. Okay, so I've totally heard about this, and I'm going to research it a little bit more. And Santiago says, discharged by their idea that I plateaued probably is the best thing. Did it make you more like, I'll show them I'm not at a plateau, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to make progress? Because that's how I took, after 4 months of seeing me not doing what I know I should have been doing, that's where I was like, well, I'm going to show them. I'm going to show myself that this isn't it for me. And yes, see, I was thinking the same thing. That's exactly how I am. So I'm with you on that, Santiago. So is accountability a problem for anybody else? Like, you, how do you get your, I did a poll last week, and I asked, so Cheryl asked how long ago my stroke was. So I had a stroke in August of 2009. So I'm coming up on 12 years this year, but not quite there yet. You wanted to prove them wrong. Yep. And you will walk in. Exactly. And hey, whatever works. And well, Holly, that's why this group is so amazing, because you say that I inspire you, but seriously, your guys' posts, you're inspiring to me. So that's what keeps me going, and that helps with my accountability as well. So that's why this group is so amazing. It's such an amazing, I did a post, I think on Monday, just telling you guys how awesome I think you guys are, and how grateful I am that you're here and you show up every day, because that helps me show up every day. So I Hey, I see Angie is here. Oh, Angie, I was going to tell you, I'm going to do finally your post. I'm going to be featuring Angie's stroke story on my blog on Sunday. So I'll do a post about it, but Angie, if you are still there, I just want to let you know I'm going to be emailing you and you're on Sunday, and I cannot wait to share your story. So just really quick, I wanted to tell you guys, I did a little research, and it says that approximately 6,000 to 7,000 repetition in a certain exercise is what we need to achieve neuroplasticity. And I don't know, do you guys know a lot about neuroplasticity? I just learned about it last year when I did a blog post. Honestly, my blog is everything I wish I knew 12 years ago. So maybe I'll post that neuroplasticity post, but I wanted to talk about it today because it's so important. Neuroplasticity is basically, the definition means that we're rewiring our brain. So part of our brain got damaged with a stroke, obviously, and for me, my left hand is not really functioning. I do my exercises, I pick up blocks, pick up Santiago, exactly. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Consistency and repetition is what stroke recovery is what gives us gains in stroke recovery. And the neuroplasticity is what is rewiring our brain to go around the part that got damaged, so we can learn to do the things that we used to be able to do for me with my left hand. And it's so we have to get into that to rewire the brain to learn the things that we want to learn. And that's a lot of repetitions. But if you break it down, the study that I read this on, it was about finger movement. So what these people did was 3 different exercises doing finger movements. And it didn't say what exactly the exercises were, but it was just finger movements. And it worked out to about 60 minutes a day, which is not a lot, and for about 20 days. So when I read that, I'm like, okay, my 30-day challenge is right where it's at. So that's where I'm going to keep going and doing those and focusing on something new, something that's helping me. And I'm going to track everything, actually, my notebook. And I write down everything. And that's what helps me learn what's working, because if something's not helping me, I'm not going to waste my time doing it. I want the things that are going to give me gains, because for me, I'm 12 years post, and we all know time is maybe not, time is good in some aspects of stroke recovery. However, when you do get farther out, the gains are slower, but they do come. And for anybody that tells you that you can't make gains after 2 years, after 1.5 years, is BS. Okay, so I'm straight up gonna tell you, I don't care what any doctor says about that. They don't know you, they don't know me, and we can make progress. And I'm proof of it, because I didn't start therapy really honestly till about 9 years post. And I can actually pick things up with my hand, and that's not something I was able to do. I still can't really use it functionally. That's where I'm going. I'll get there. And Cheryl takes a natural pill for, hey, there are I've seen some things out there. Now, I don't know the research about any of them because I haven't looked it up, but there are some things that help with brain function, and I think none of those can hurt us, especially in our situation, so I haven't heard about this natural pill for rewiring, and I don't know if I would definitely have to look at the research on that, and Martin, but you'll get there because you are dedicated. I know you're working. I know you're doing more than 60 minutes a day because we talk, and so I know you are trying to find everything that's going to help you, and you are going to. So now that we've been talking about it, I am going to repost about that neuroplasticity because it has some good information. And it's what we need. It's rewiring the brain. Just like we learn things, just like you learn to walk. I mean, that's what we're doing. As a child, we are achieving neuroplasticity when we are learning to walk, when we are learning to say those words, And let's see. Victoria says she can't move her arm, but Victoria, I want you to put a comma with the words yet after that, because no one says you won't be able to. I think when I first had my stroke, my arm was like this. I mean, just tucked up into my armpit, and it stayed there for, oh gosh, my mom's behind me, but I think it had to have been at least a month and a half, because I don't remember trying to even move it. I know my dad said something like, well, can you move your arm anywhere else? And I think I was able to, but that's where it was. That's where it stayed. Yes, I love that you just did that yet. What has helped you? So, what has helped me the most, honestly, is getting in the mindset that I'm not going to stop. That I'm determined. I know what my goal is. And I have laid out the steps. And Easton, I think, is a great place to start if you haven't already started there. It was the very first thing my occupational therapist showed me when I went to see her at 9 years post. And it's something that I still need to do. And if you are out there and you've gotten Botox, E-stim is what they tell you to do after Botox. And that's actually my next YouTube video is, hey, I just got Botox, now what? So that's going to be coming out this weekend, FYI. So it's kind of funny that I brought that up. But if you are not doing E-stim, if you haven't gotten an electrical stimulation machine, 100% get one. I got mine off of Amazon. It's exactly the one my therapist recommended. It's behind me, Belego. I'll link to that actually too. $50. It does everything I need it to do. Now it's not a TENS. This is actually an NMES, which is what you want for stroke recovery. You want that neuromuscular electrical stimulation machine. And like I said, it was $50 off Amazon. I actually have a video on how to set it up for yourself. I'll do that link, and I'll link to the neuroplasticity. If you don't know a lot about it, this has a lot of information, and I think I broke it down how I would want to read it and how I understand it. So hopefully, maybe that helps. So E-stim is 100% where I would start if you can't move your arm just yet. And let's see, Erin says, I can move my arm, just not control to do something with it yet. That's how I started. Like I said, my arm was like this, and it relaxed eventually, and I was able to move it. And as you can see, I have pretty good range of motion. When you move it in certain directions, my hand will turn and my fingers won't be able to do things. But that's what I'm working on. It's that control. It's that dexterity that comes last. So keep moving your arm. Do passive movements, which means that you're moving your arm with the other arm. Now this is a stretch that I do a lot. I hold my fingers flat and then I open it up. Don't open it too much because that will overstretch, and I did that in the beginning. So it kind of has a bad like lip right here with my stretching, but and not important. Stretch your arm passively, and that control will come. I never thought I'd be able to pick up a block, but I picked these up for therapy now. And most recently, I started doing I've got it all right here. This is kind of my therapy spot. I started picking these up, and it's just a progression. And next I'm gonna try to do puzzle pieces. I mean, I've got some videos. I started videotaping my therapy sessions at least once a week for progress videos. I do post some of them, but I talk through them about what I'm doing and what I have been doing. And some of them from a couple months ago, like, I think I'm saying them like, I cannot believe I'm doing this. I cannot believe I'm picking this up right now. And it feels easy. So I'm actually saying that stuff. So I never thought I'd be able to have any control over my fingers. So Erin, just keep working with it. And everybody, just keep working with it. If you are not there yet, so yes, Legos. Hey, that's a good one. I never thought about that, but yes, that's perfect. Let's see. Holly used a tens unit. Now, so tens, I always understood it's more for pain relief than muscle contraction. With that tens unit, were you trying to get like a movement out of your hand, like opening it up, or a big one that I do is I move my thumb that way, and I have to use the tens units, listen to me, I have to use that NMES machine to do that because I can't move my thumb into that opposition at all. I can, however, this is kind of funny. So when I'm picking up blocks, I hold my hand, my elbow is kind of up, and then I'm able to kind of close my hands together with that thumb already in the down position. So it's just finding those little things that can help you with your getting in the position that you're trying to work on. And you find those little things, just like John Loomis was actually the one that told me to relax my elbow, but have it up, and then my hand is more relaxed in the down position. And that's where I was able to actually kind of grab something with my thumb. I want to read Salute's comments because she's talking about Tom's therapy. And Tom, using his learning side, has sometimes, I love that learning side, sometimes having his teaching side helps the other side. Yes, exactly. It's passive movement. It's exercise, and it helps not to have the muscle atrophy that you would normally have with disuse of an area of your body, which is really important because muscle strength, we have to have it, just like finger strength. Like, my thumb is not going to work unless I build up the muscle, unless I get the muscle memory, unless I get the neurons talking to the brain, and I'm rewiring with the neuroplasticity. So Tom has good range of motion. Yes, so I'm kind of there. I have the range of motion, just need the control. I see you are on the floor. So I can't get up. It's not the prettiest sometimes. I do kind of just, I don't know. Do you guys want me to try to stand up? So what I do is my good hand, I just kind of like get up like that. I have a pretty good use of my legs. I don't really remember that I ever had problems other than I did have to relearn to walk, of course, but I think that more had to do with strength, coordination, and things like that. And like, I know my foot lagged behind my other foot, so that was kind of more my leg problems. Like, yes, puzzle pieces with Tom. Hey, he does puzzle pieces already. I'm gonna get there. Cheryl can only do 25 pieces. Yeah, hey, but maybe tomorrow you do 26. But you said 25 is hard, so keep at the 25. It's the muscle memory that you're working on. My hand is stronger when it is over my head since the beginning. Hey, that's interesting. So when mine is over my head, I don't, Now, are you laying down and it's up like this? Or are you sitting up and you're talking like up like that? Okay, I just lost light. There we go. Okay, so that's interesting, Holly. I might have to talk to you about that later because that's not normal actually. So that's kind of cool because then you can work on your strength the other way, and you already have the strength above your head. Martin wants a build me. Yeah, I'll get right on that, Martin. Hey, John Loomis is here. John, I talked about that. The comfort zone thing, you know, the green thing that I printed out. I've got it on my bulletin board. If you have that image, will you post in the group? Because one of my affirmations that I did at the beginning was, stepping out of my comfort zone is necessary for growth. And that affirmation is that image 100%. So your hand was in a ball. Me too. Yeah, totally curled it. Just like that. I had to work to open it. But you get there. It's just muscle memory. It's strength. It's consistency and repetitions. I think I've said repetitions more in the past 2 years than I did in my first 30 whatever years. Let's not go there. But let's just remember Martin did say I looked 18. My muscles are getting there, and that's exactly, your muscles just need the strength, just like a bodybuilder is in the gym doing bicep curls, staring at himself in the mirror. That's exactly what we have to do with our muscles, finger muscles, all of it. It's just strength training. So I'm afraid to get down. Yeah. So Erin, I haven't done a video like this, but it's always been a thought of mine. When I first sat on the floor to get up, I had always made sure a chair was next to me because that's what I grabbed to help me get up. I don't know if you've tried something like that. And, being afraid to go down because you don't know how you're going to get back up. It's something you definitely want to do with somebody else around first, but confidence comes with the action and repetition of the action. Exactly. You're afraid to get stuck. Exactly. So that's why you always do it with somebody else first. Does my hand have feelings? So that's what Martin just asked. It comes and goes. That's the answer. So normally no, but sometimes, like right now, I kind of have it tingling along the side here, but that's probably because it was just on the ground like this. So I lifted it up, so now I kind of have a sensation right here. But to pick things up, like to pick up this block that's down here, now I cannot feel the block in my fingers, so like it will fall because I don't know the pressure that I need to have. Those poker chips I showed you, I pick up along the edges and it shoots out one side because I don't know the pressure because I can't feel it. So the answer is yes and no to the feeling, sometimes more than others. And I think that comes with time. And I used to not be able to feel like my arm past like this bicep point, but I have to tell you, more so, I can actually kind of feel down here now. Like I can feel this finger. It doesn't feel like it feels on this arm, but there is a feeling there. There's a sensation. And that has lowered and lowered. And sometimes I have sensations in my fingers. So it's all exciting. And I think that, time is a good thing in some cases, because if you keep working, the time is still going to work with you, because the minute you give up, that's when the gains stop. And just like I said, any doctor that says you have 2 years it's such BS. Don't listen to that shit. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on Facebook Live, but I just did. Because it is BS. The gains stop when you stop. So basically, what I'm saying is, don't stop. I'm 12 years post almost, and I will get my hand back, and that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm asking y'all to hold me accountable, because sometimes I need that extra level of help. And I'm reading Salute's comment. Right? The get-go, Tom would be Houdini and fall. The caregiver ran out to help him, and he said, I got, I'm not going to say that, out of bed, and I had himself back into bed. Wow. So Tom is making such progress. I'm so excited. You said, I did, yeah, I did. I wonder if Facebook bleeps that. I've never said a bad word on Facebook Live, but so anyway, so that's why I came on today. I'm loving the interaction. I love these Facebook Lives. I'm gonna do more of them. And did Tom learn how to get himself back into bed now, so you don't have to, just in case something does happen? Because it probably takes 2 of you to help him in the beginning, especially. So, I guess I'm going to wrap it up. I did just just remember those repetitions and the consistency is what is going to get you gains in stroke recovery. And the gains stop when you stop, so don't stop. And if you haven't started and you're watching this, start now. It's never too late to start. I never babied Tom. Hey, that's probably a good thing. It made him strong. That's why he's making the gains now, because you didn't baby him in the beginning and say, oh, well, let me do that for you. You taught him. And then I know exactly, yeah, Jerry broke his hip after having a stroke. So he not only had that, he also had the broken hip to learn to walk again, you know? And that's kind of where you are right now, Jerry, right? Yeah. I didn't want to get... But do you get on the ground now, Jerry, and practice getting up? And that TENS unit, it did stimulate the muscles, Holly? Because I was always told an NMES is what we wanted, and TENS was for pain relief. So I think that's awesome. And okay, so exactly, it's what... And you don't get on the ground now, Jerry? Do you practice at all? Do you have any tips to getting up from the ground? Jerry, you're not a baby. You're strong. I've seen your videos, so that's BS. I love the laughing, crying faces. Those are probably my favorite emojis. So I don't want to leave any comments on red and log off, but I don't want to keep you guys too long. But I'm going to be doing a Q&A tomorrow. So really quick, if you have any questions about, especially, so I'm going to do a question that Martin had about opening your hand up with the E-stem. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to talk about tomorrow, and I'll hook up the E-stem. Now, I marked the places on my arm that I use the most, and I re-put them on as they start to lighten up with after showers and stuff. But so I'm going to start with that tomorrow, but I'm actually going to find the spot, and I'll give you guys little tips on helping you find the pad placements for certain movements with the E-stim machine. But yeah, you have to, Jerry. You have to practice. Hey, so Martin, I know you're going to be there. So it's going to be at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is me. 3 p.m. Eastern. If you need a conversion anywhere in there, just let me know. Or there's conversions on Google. But so that's going to be what I'm going to do tomorrow's Q&A. If you have any questions about getting up, well, I guess I kind of answered that today. But e-stim pad placement. If you have any questions, what an e-stim does. Some strengthening exercises. If you're working on anything specific, bring those questions, and I will be here. And so I'm going to 12 p.m. Pacific. Yeah, exactly. So 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific. So we're at 12 Pacific and 3 Eastern. Tomorrow, Q&A. And I hope that I will see you guys all there. And bring questions. Martin, I got yours first. I'm going to actually find the pad placement. And I'm going to go a little off so you see the progression of finding the spot for you. Have your e-stim out so you can kind of play along, and I can kind of coach you through the comments and stuff. But I'm gonna let you guys go now. I will see everybody tomorrow, I hope, on the Q&A, and we will talk neuroplasticity, any strengthening questions. Those are my favorite. e-stim favorite. So I hope that I can help and be there to answer anything that you might have any questions on. So I will see you guys there. Jerry, 2 p.m. Central. Hope you're there. Okay. Oh, salute. A big hug to you. Seriously. A big hug to everybody. You guys are amazing. Again, super inspirational. I love all the posts, and I don't always comment on all of them, but I read them all. And you guys are super inspirational, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Have a good rest of your day, guys. And I forgot who cleaned their house this morning, but I've just knocking the door, and I'll let you in. You can do mine next. All right, bye, guys.